as they're all about ready to go. This is gonna be an interesting seed. Very interesting. I look forward to seeing how all this plays out. I'm gonna hit their start button for them, and I'm sending them off. Yo, Lil Puffin, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, dude. Thought I hear that alert. Where did that alert come from? I definitely don't think that alert should come off, but okay. Because usually it's not on the scene. In any case, they are off to the races. We are actually seeing different sword being, seeing different dream weapons being picked. Now again, dream weapon pick does matter. So we see double sword from Slim and Dragon, and then we see staff and shield from Dewi and Ragnoth. So hopefully the search for this membership card isn't terrible. The big thing you want is to communicate where that membership card is, because if it's on like level 50, then you basically have to change your whole entire route around just that alone. Alright, so Slim and Dragon opting to go to double Pride Land start. Fairly good strat. Meanwhile, you have, I believe, maybe Dewi and Ragnoth do the same? Yeah, doing the exact same. I believe Ragnoth is the one taking the lead, so we'll see Ragnoth and Slim being the first ones to foray into the deeper worlds. Meanwhile, Dewi and Dragon will kind of stagger behind a little bit, just so they have less things to check. There's a glide on levels. That was like level 7, which means that it's guaranteed on the other forms a little bit later or sooner, not like too far deep. Oh wow, they're just splitting checks completely. Yeah, we can briefly talk over this. Okay, yeah, so level 7 from them. Yeah, we can talk over this Pride Lands very quick. It's literally just Beast's Claw and Fire in this first room, and it's dead. You may opt to see people go check the rest of this. I think these guys probably won't. Okay, so we see Ragnoth does Dewi follow? Dewi does follow. Alright. Now we see the diverging paths from Slim and Dragon. Dragon opting to shotgun Halloween Town and finish that route. Meanwhile, Slim gonna search for this magnet or torn pages super early. Okay, gets a torn page. Honestly, torn pages pretty good important checks. You have locked behind 100 Acre, a Reflect, a Thunder, and Master. And with 2 things on drives, having forms as early as possible to like start working on leveling them, it's probably like the most important thing. Alright, so you see Ragnoth opting to leave Pride Lands early, see what if Dewi finds anything. Meanwhile, Dewi foraging for any useful supplies. If Dewi happens to find anything like a Finishing Plus, another Arrow Dodge, even another Glide, we'll probably see Ragnoth instantly come back and get those things. Having movement as early as possible is probably one of the biggest things you can communicate. So while Dewi is, in a way, using up precious time by going to a quote-unquote dead Pride Lands, because the rest of this is dead, this is very fast checks per minute, so we'll hopefully see something of value. Okay, Slim opting to follow in the footsteps of the Dragon, going straight to Pride Land, or straight to Halloween Town and Christmas Town. Okay, so they find a magnet. Wow. So that, honestly, getting magnets ASAP is definitely one of the biggest things you can get from this. Having access to tools like this is probably like one of the best things you can get. It completely just changes how you route and everything. The remainder of this Halloween Town has a Blizzard and a Battlefields of War. See if Dragon cops anything on the bottom right corner. Alright, 2 pretty rocks. So we have a guaranteed Prison Keeper. Ragnoth on his way through to Timeless River. In DC, Timeless River, there is a Torn page and 2 forms, Limit and Wisdom. Honestly, having Limit and Wisdom pretty early would be super nice. The fact that there are just 2 forms there does make it a little annoying of sorts, but it's honestly a pretty okay world. Now it's granted one of the worlds where you want at least a Magnera form if you want to get through it speedily. So trying to get tools may be a little rough. Okay, we see Slim covering new content going into OC. Hopefully going to pick up any of these. Again, in OC there is a Magnet, Thunder, Pan, Final, and Chicken. The big things again you want would be that Thunder, Magnet, or Final. Okay, picks up Thunder, so we have offensive magic. Their stats insane, 26 magic and an aerial dodge. Okay. That honestly helps so much. So as soon as we see Dragon clear through Timeless River, we'll probably see him go straight to OC just to pick up that aerial dodge. Something to note that Dewey did pick up is there is an XP boost in Halloween Town. XP boost is probably going to be one of the biggest things, because if this membership card is any deep, then it will help either one or the other for sure to find it. One thing to note, and this has been brought up a few times, is that while Dream Weapons may change the important checks you get, you will always get the same stats on same level ups, so their stats will never diverge too far away from each other than the accessories or keyblades that they use. So that is one positive thing to note. Alright, so nothing at all for this Timeless River. That's kind of scary. Not gonna lie, that is really scary. You don't want to see 3 checks this deep into Timeless River. Especially if one of them happens to be, or sorry, 2 of them happen to be forms. The Torn page you're kind of whatever about, but having Wisdom locked behind it as well as Limit is pretty rough. I didn't acknowledge this, but there is a Tourney limit on Mini Escort. Meanwhile, Slim didn't find... Oh, unfortunate for Slim. Gets the finisher on the wrong box. That can kind of happen. They're just locked up right next to each other. You want to make sure that there's enough space between Sora and any other boxes around. Otherwise, the finisher can accidentally hit another box, and you just waste more time. Slim not finding anything in the SP Shotgun. You kind of want that Stitch. It does help with leveling in the future. Dragon picking up a Blizzard on Valor 3, so pretty early on. Oh, wow, the Reflect is just sitting in the shotgun. That is something I did not notice from Dewey's adventure. So far, Dragon not finding too much in Beast's castle. Opting to leave right away. Very interesting decision. That is a pretty good Beast castle though. As for Flera, 2 visit unlocks. Honestly, pretty good. What are the hint settings for this race? The hint settings is this is a spoiler. These are the spoiler hints. So when you load the tracker, or when you load the seed onto the tracker, you are told where every important check is in every world. You just aren't told the exact order you were given them in. So for example, if you look at, let's say, Twilight Town, on Twilight Town it has the current visible order is a Torn Page, Thunder, Skill and Crossbones, a Cure, and a Fire. You may not necessarily get those items in that order. It is a random order. but for the win condition for this tournament, it is a ABN for both players. So even if you ABN and your partner doesn't, your partner must ABN, and then your team is considered to finish. You are allowed to freely share as much information or anything as you want about the seed. So you'll commonly see people check chests and check other worlds and then relay to the partner, hey, don't ever check this chest or this item. Wow, I did not notice that, but there's a glide on Valor too. So Slim and Dragon having quite a bit of a movement head start there. Honestly, hopefully it won't be for too much, but having movement this early is kind of insane. Okay, Ragnoth about to get it. Here we can take a peek.
Anything before, so I can give out a 3 right here. Was there anything in DC really?
The drive gate on the top shelf.
You're gonna have to take it down there. I'm more than Valor, so it's better here.
So you can freely hear their communication at work from Dewey and Ragnoth's side. Slim in the auto-scroller going through mini escort. Meanwhile, Dragon just carrying out the minigame. Honestly, when you have these kinds of moments, you're really just talking to your partner, trying to figure out where you want to go. So we can take a gander at a Dragon stream. Oh god. I was ready for this kind of music. Okay, so the Dragon is just opting to go do the render shotguns going to Agrabah. Yes, that is correct. So for Timeless River, all they have left is to do the windows, so that's one check. Boat Pete, which I believe is also one check. Oh, Future Pete, excuse me. They have the Future Pete fight, which I believe is 4 checks. And then there's an AS data split, which means that if you fight the AS, you must fight the data for the singular check that the AS has, and then Terra is also enabled. So there's a small chance we may have to see Terra or Marley show up locking behind one of the needed items, being the Torn page or one of the forms. Okay, so Dragon opting to clear out the rest of Beast Castle. Having Rafflera in Beast Castle this early, hopefully early, is pretty enticing. Like, you definitely want to get that as soon as you can. Ragnoth following suit as well. So the bottom pair will be going through Beast Castle. Meanwhile, the top pair also just going through Timeless River. Funny enough, just a little bit behind for Dewey, but not terribly behind. And the biggest thing you want to take into account is this movement. So Ragnoth still missing that aerial dodge increase from OC, which is a little concerning. Kinda wish he would go grab that. Having an extra aerial dodge does help with all the platforming. Okay, Dragon getting the 1 cycle. In order to get the 1 cycle, I believe you need like 21 magic or 18 magic. It's something around there. But you want to make sure you start the Trinity, hit absolutely nothing with the Trinity. You can maybe get hit like 1 or 2 enemies, like a little stray hits, but go straight for the final finisher, or the limit finisher, and you will always 1 cycle thresholder. Alright, Slim through Agrabah. Time to see if we find anything of incredible value here. There's reaction boost, that's one thing they picked up. Finishing leap in the underground, as well as Scimitar. So that is an important check. Oh, Dragon, why are you breaking the blocks? Okay. Oh no. Time is considered finished when so it is the slower of the 2 loadless times. So even if someone finishes last, if the person who finishes first has a slower loadless time, we'll go by that. So it's kind of a little bit weird, but it kind of does make sense. It's just the slower time. Some PCs are inherently different, so you'll see people have longer loads than others based off of certain mods and everything that you have. But they may be clearing things faster than their partner ever will. Aw, dude, unfortunate for Dragon, getting a little bit unlucky, struggling with the box break, and that is unfortunately causing him to have to redo the whole minigame. Or not redo, but revive, man, I keep forgetting his name. Cogsworth, there we go. Revive Cogsworth. Wow, finishing plus in Beast Room, Reflect also right before Beast Room. So this is a pretty good Beast Castle. You have Reflera pretty early on. You don't necessarily need Reflega, like it's a nice thing to have, but you don't need it. Reflera is basically the biggest deal ever need. So honestly, that's pretty good info to get. Okay, Ragnoth finally going to OC to pick up that aerial dodge. Slim on through Agrabah, hasn't found the fire yet. Honestly, fire might not be one of the biggest things you really care for in this situation. It's only a single fire, it's nothing too crazy. You could probably get away with Fyra for a decent majority, see.
Okay, let's go.
Dragon going to go through Agrabah, start clearing it out, following in the footsteps of Slim. Meanwhile, Slim will cover through the rest of Beast Castle, pick up all the important checks. You can see their communication at their finest. Dragon relaying that you don't have to go outside or anything, clearly trying to help Slim remember which is the actual important chests. I believe Ragnoth went into the wrong form here. You usually want to go in the final in this first fight. So seeing someone go into a different form that isn't final is usually a mistake. So hopefully that final level doesn't really bite him in the butt. Proof of Peace right there on the first check. Proofs don't really have too much of use, however, Proof of Peace is pretty nice because it does allow you to have access to mushrooms, which means if you end up going to Hollow Bastion 2 or finishing Hollow Bastion 2 visit, you have one more place to check. One thing to note as well for these settings is skips are disabled, so you cannot do core skip, you cannot do Shun Yu skip. So with having skips disabled, having core on, that means you kind of have to route a lot around the Hollow Bastion endgame, which is you want to route around who gets to do core, if you actually do core, do 1k, if you do it at the same time, just however your team sees fit. Now unfortunately, there is still no sign from any player, whether it's staff, sword, or shield picker, that there's no sign of the membership card. So hopefully we see that at some point. It's the skip fights. Oh, believe me, these guys gladly would skip it if they could. Okay, so they get identity disc, but that's not too much to write home about. Something to note as well that I did not acknowledge is in Hollow Bastion, it locks currently a Torn page, Second Chance, and Once More. So, Second Chance Once More is going to be interesting. These guys definitely don't need it, but it may be super helpful if they want to XP grind. Dewey, going into Port Royal, finds another aerial dodge, so that's honestly really insane this early. Glide 3, aerial dodge 3 is actually pretty insane, and being able to communicate that ASAP is probably super important. We'll likely see Ragnoth go get that as soon as he's clear through TT1. You actually may not even see Ragnoth do the rest of the tower. Because this is Spoiler ABN, you kind of know exactly what you want and what to route around. So you can actually opt to just do the station fight and leave, or you can hold off station fight until you think you need to start leveling final, or until you have like no other content left to clear. Form leveling is pretty important, especially because there is an unknown blizzard. All players currently have the first blizzard, which is on Valor 3. This last one is currently unknown. It could be as deep as a level 7 check, could literally be as early as Wisdom 2, but they kind of have to route around the worst case scenario a lot of the time. And picture right before Minifight, so honestly that's pretty good. That's a pretty good pickup. With 5 checks, you're likely to see a Twilight Town 2 and even a 3. Okay, so Slim opting to go to Port Royal. So I believe what's going on is Dewey and Slim are opting to go to PR to XP boost and XP grind a tiny bit early. You can see that Dewey is currently in the process of doing it, where you take an initial hit. You are usually chunky enough on defense and everything to survive the hit, and then you just start hammering away, fighting and thundering all these pirates. One thing to note is Dewey does have magic lock on, so that he's able to kill the pirates from very far across the screen. The big reason why you kind of want to do that, why I want to have magic lock on and sit all the way across screen, is because a bullet can't kill you if you're just all the way on the other side of the room. There's even like a little dip in the ground that you were able to hide yourself in. So camping them out, trying to gain as much XP as possible, work towards finding the membership card, is probably the best you can do. Alright, so Ragnoth and Dragon both clearing through TT1. They do find a cure, skill and crossbones, and a fire, so still a Tourney page and a thunder to sing. I do wonder if they'll keep going. Okay, they have a guard. Pretty good. Tower fights would be super slow if they go, but it's probably gonna be okay. You can do alright with the tower fights if you use Final Fire, which I hopefully will see them do. It's kind of just like a why not check it, but also it's totally understandable if they don't want to. Okay, Thunder. And Drive Age up. Okay, so we do see Ragnoth clear it. We can actually maybe see... I can imagine Dragon not opting to check it. It is only just a Torn page. It may not be that enticing compared to doing other content. Never mind, they both do it. Alright. Meanwhile, Dewey going into the remainder of PR1. It's another accessory slot. That's pretty good. Drawing, drawing's alright. If you have to go to STT, you'll gladly take a drawing. Right. Meanwhile, PR1 about to end here with Dewey. Dewey unfortunately does not have skill and crossbones. He will have to go to Twilight Town in order to get that. A little unfortunate. That is actually kind of crazy. If you look at Dewey's stats, he's chilling at level 23, but with 21 strength, 47 magic. In base sword, 47 magic's actually kind of insane. Oh wow, so Port Royal is done. Port Royal is done at Barbosa. Just gives a bone fist, so you literally don't have to do the rest of the world. It's pretty good. Pretty good overall. Oh, okay. So we see Ragnoth going into STT. If you know Ragnoth, this is This is one of his favorite worlds to go to this early. They do have Trinity, they have Magnets, they have Thunder, they have Fires, they have Draws. They pretty much have everything they can to get through this visit super fast. The only things here to note for SDT is Ice Cream and Connection. Connection does lock behind Terra, so you will. And we're hoping, as the audience, that we're hoping that Connections is gonna play a part, that Terra does kinda scare these guys a little bit. Honestly, when you see someone go to SDT in a co-op this early, this is kind of like the thinking space of, I kind of don't know how much I can provide, potentially, let's go do content and talk things out. Being able to communicate in these kinds of seeds and try to pace things and figure out a game plan for the future is usually nice and hard to find time for. Alright, see Dewey going for the one cycle. Very easy, very quick. Alright, Slim, right on through. Gonna get this Bone Fist. We'll see what Slim opts to do right after this. Maybe we'll see a Twilight Town. Yep, straight to Twilight Town. Ooh, Dragon taking a death in minute fight? That's unheard of. That usually never happens. So it's definitely quite a setback. Alright, Slim is carrying on through Twilight Town, trying to listen in on his teammate Dragon and remember which chests were the important ones to grab. You can see the unsure movement as they're trying to relay info to each other. One small thing that you can take away from this STT visit as well is that you can just say, hey, you really don't have to do anything except the mansion. That is one small little benefit to the STT visit. It's harder for the person who goes in by themselves, and it just gets a tiny bit easier for the person who goes in as right after. Alright, Dragon clear through minute fight, did XP boost a little bit from it. Had a quite better stats than what they were before. Okay, so we see Dewey opting to clear the rest of Beast's Castle. We have 48 magic and 21 strength. The strength kinda sucks, but the magic does pretty good. Okay, fortunately for Ragnoth, he does get DM'd. We can take a peek real quick at the special or the fight here. So you always want to back away when you first start off the fight. If you walk forward, Darkstalker will always go into the wall and do the line attack. But if you walk backwards instantly, he will always go into the floor immediately. And so that is the manip that you'll see everyone always do. And then they'll go, either you start the fight in final form, or you go into final form during the fight as Dewey does, and then you use the final glide to get some early damage on. The beast limit is honestly really insane. You can see with their stats, it tears through them like butter. And do we see this reflect here? Okay, we don't. So we do have a Beast's Castle 2. Honestly, I don't blame Dewey for just going here right away. It is a Reflera, or it would be Reflega. So really, really good pickup. Really, really good pickup, honestly, to get as soon as you can. Damn, poor VV, just getting absolutely destroyed. We'll probably see Slim do Visit 2, since he already has the picture. And then maybe we'll actually see one of them do either STT or Beast's Castle. Oh, Slim opting to do OC. Okay, so gunning for the Magnet is probably the game plan right now. Their magic set's really amazing. So if they can just get through these fights with the tools they have. For example, Dragon is opting to do Roxas right now. Roxas is pretty magic-oriented fight if you do it super fast. For Slim, he's kind of on autopilot right now. Ooh, okay. So we see the chase for... Oh, unfortunate for Dewey, taking a little too much damage. We see the chase for membership card from Dewey and Ragnoth. Or sorry, from Dewey, rather. Unfortunate for Dragon, he gets a Roxas DM. It is a fairly annoying fight. It's pretty easy to just overdamage or not be able to retaliate in time. Oh, he does take a death though. Quite unfortunate. Interesting from Dewey. Opting to just leave. I think he might try to buy some ethers, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be a really slow fight from Dragon, but he's opting to do the retaliation loop. So what happens is you do a lot of damage to Roxas as much as you can without provoking RV, and then you get a ground retaliation by shooting with a blizzard. And then from that ground retaliation, you just jump reflect, and then you just rinse repeat. And hopefully if Roxas behaves, the beams will always be to your side, and then you just stand in the perfect middle. Oh, that can happen. That can happen where the beams just don't go in the middle. It's really rough when that happens. Or sorry, they don't go off to the sides, they go in the exact middle. You honestly can't do much about that other than react to it if you're quick enough by being at a far enough distance, or you just don't do that strat and you just glide around them. Okay, we see Dewey also attending the fight. With their tools, it's kind of a hard fight. Oh, so Dewey opting to do the... Oh, doesn't have the air recovery or retaliating slash. Dewey opting to do the Fast and Furious variant where you are doing an overhead swing into a double reflect. It is not as free as just spamming reflect. You do have to time the initial reflect. Okay, so Dewey is just changing his mind. Opting to do the auto-scroller and just get his mind off things, probably. Meanwhile, Ragnoth is clear through the mansion, does find the connections and ice cream, so is able to carry on to the rest of the game. Dewey now knows exactly what chest he has to go for, pretty quick. And now we see Ragnoth going to do PR for the first time. And poor Slim has to do the earn spinning game the worst way possible. Alright, Dragon not finding anything of value yet. Has not found either the Magna or the one page. Now, do we see Dragon do the rest of this visit? Alright, so while Dewey and Ragnoth are covering similar content, we can take a big focus on what these guys are covering. Okay, so Dragon opting to leave before Zigbar doesn't want to necessarily play. I think your strength-wise, you're pretty bad. It's a level 1 strength for them. Okay, Slim does find Can, but doesn't find the Magnet. Does also find Final. But the biggest thing you want right now is this Magnet. And you're hoping it's not locked behind Visit 2. Visit 2 only has like 8 checks behind it. Dang, still no sign of the Magnet. Alright, so Dragon is actually just gonna clear windows right now. Interesting decision, honestly. If you're looking to just get these forms ASAP, this limit in Wisdom, it's totally understandable to go for that. Slim right on through. Still no Magnet. It's a little scary. Oh, a negative combo. That's a good pickup. Honestly, that negative combo could play a huge amount if they want to go do leveling in screens in SP. Poor Pete. Dead with only 3 fires. What the heck, number play? What is that? That's funny. Alright, so we see Hydra. So one thing to note is that the Battlefields of War, if we do have to do this visit, is locked behind Halloween Town. This is getting pretty chainlocky right now. Or rather, it feels that way. Alright, Slim making very quick work of the Hydra heads, using the final blind hits, just break through the heads instantly. Ooh, a little unfortunate. Runs out. Opting to use a form just so we can get magic back. Gonna try to reflect one of the fires into the heads. Gets the kill. Very clean. Very clean backup at the end. Okay, so there's a torn page from Windows. So that is one of the earliest check can get it. Okay, so as we said, Magnet locked behind Halloween Town. So they do need to do Halloween Town at some point. Then you should be able to get the Magnet. Kind of unfortunate that the pacing is that way, but that's probably like maybe the best case scenario. Alright, you can take a peek back at everyone else. So if we're doing in Ragnoth, they're both still doing their little auto-scrollers. Okay, so Limit Form is on Boat Fight. So now time to see where this Wisdom can be. We can take a gander at Dragonblast's screen then. Oh, under damages. Okay, no wisdom.
Alright, choose to speed instead. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight Marley or against Terra. SCP, I go!
And the coin flips begin. And the coin flips begin. So now as a team, you also have to coordinate how you do that. There is one negative combo they found from OC. So they can opt to try to check everything else to maybe see if there's the other negative combo so they can fight Terra. Alternatively, you do have Pan for Terra. Or you can just go ahead and fight AS Marley. Again, because there's AS Data split on, you do have to fight AS Marley for 2 checks and then Data Marley for 1. Meanwhile, Terra does give 3 checks out the gate if you do beat him. So they, as a team, have to figure out what is the best course. Okay, so Ragnoth clear with TT2, opting to do TT3 right now. Going to gain some XP, hopefully. Gonna find an excuse to level. It is kind of hard without a second chance, specifically for this visit. Pretty much everything just one-shots you. Especially with the HP they have, Ragnoth is just sitting at like 24 HP. So with as little HP as you have, you're literally not going to live through anything unless you have second chance. Maybe you'll live like a dancer grounded spin kick, like one of the kicks. But that's a combo, so you'll probably get killed by the extra hits. Okay, so it's in Mansion. So this is kind of good for Ragnoth. You do have a get a show free card for leveling. You have an excuse. Okay, wow, Flare Force is on Prison Keeper. That's really good. They do find Battlefields of War, so Slim can opt to finish the rest of Twilight, or the rest of OC to get this magnet. Okay, so Ragnoth opting to start the fight as base Sora and get through the first wave of Dusks so that you're able to retain as much final levels for the latter waves as possible. Alright, right on through. Very quick station, or very quick mansion fight. Yep, there goes Slim. Immediately picks up the Battlefields of War, and you kind of actually don't care about the Blizzard specifically in Halloween Town. You kind of don't need that. Blizzard's not really one of the best spells. It's like kind of one of the worst spells offensively. You'd rather use Fire or Thunder as much as you can, so not even bothering to do Boogie. Literally just says, let's go get this magnet and start clearing out checks per minute faster. Okay, so Dragon is opting to level limit a bit early here. Alright, nothing on limit 5. It's gonna be a little interesting. You don't know where this Master Form is, you still have no sign of where this Wisdom could be, whether it's Marley or Terra. Still no Torn Page in Twilight. That's a scary one. One more chest to open. Aerial Spiral, that's really good. So all that's left now for Twilight Town is Betwixt Between and then Data Axle. Okay, they do find Automaster on level 25. That's pretty okay. It's pretty okay info to get. Thanks. Still no magnet. Now granted, that is the first check you can get in this world. So it's not surprising. Okay, so Dewey now opting to clear the rest of Halloween Town. Alright, honestly, that's some really good damage from Slim on Hades. Oh, I don't think he dies here. Dang, a little unfortunate. Okay, so Hades probably has like half a bar left. Whereas, yeah, he's like super close to dying at this point. No, actually, with their strength, it's kind of bad. I just realized. Still 28 strength. Right, so Ragnoth on through Roxas, something that Dewey kind of failed a bit to do. So making up a bit of the slack. Okay, so Slim is done. We can give a listen in. Wow, that's insane. So,
Jeez, my fucking menu lingered there for a hot second. So far, nothing in STT, and I'm just getting to day 5. That's after struggles, by the way.
No sign of this magnet, and this is the first boss. First scary boss here. I guess I'm scary. You're kind of scared because you're scared of it being the data rather than the AS.
Proof of connection.
Alright, so with this magic, you're doing the ceiling damage. I believe he lives through this. He needs to do an extra couple hits. Okay.
Finally, magnet.
So that's probably like the best place you can get that magnet, honestly. It's nothing too crazy. You do have to do the whole world, but it's not even that bad. Now, it's not the data. That's all that really matters. It's not the data. So Dewey clearing out the rest of Halloween Town, going to try to get this magnet just to sort of get it out of the way. Ragnoth clearing 100 Acre, going to start working on this as a thinking spot. He only has one page. So it's really, you're just doing this just to think. Or just like get a head start on pages. Okay, so we see Slim playing it a little, oh, doesn't get the reflect hits. Okay, he does get hit there, but he's fine. It's only a few stray hits. Gets a little lucky that he got the ground retaliation. Oh, he does this attack. Interesting. Now you're out of ethers, so you have to wait for this out. Okay. Sim's good. Oh, it flies into a laser. That's so unfortunate. Alright, Dragon picking up the ice cream and just piecing out. So, just relaying to the partner that there is a proof in the station, so you have to take the train back, and then the ice cream just sitting in the mansion. So, pretty quick chests to grab. And these debts are really going to start adding up, though, for Slim and Dragon. Quite unfortunate for both of them. I think Dragon is actually the first one to go deep into this page, or to actually do this page, rather. So, we'll hopefully see anything, or actually, no, we haven't seen it. So the Thunder and Master are on the third page or onward. Reminder that pages are on either between Data Axle. There's a page somewhere past Zigbar, or Zigbar onward. Then the one page locked behind membership card, which is on levels that we still have yet to find. Okay, so Ragnoth now opting to level. And Dewey going all the way to experiment, or not experiment. Yeah, experiment, apologies. One new experiment to get this blizzard. You do have Duck Flare. Oh, gets hit! Oh, it's so unfortunate. Dude, these deaths are really going to start adding up. It really is unfortunate for everyone. Alright, Ragnoth getting back under half health again. Ooh, I think this is getting close to DM phase for Slim. I think he's like, maybe at like 3 bars. So this is getting a little bit scary. Their strength stat really is like not helping at all, which is quite unfortunate. Doesn't reflect the blue laser. Uh-oh. Pretty sure the blue laser at their stage one-shots. Oh, and Slim's just going for it. You don't do enough damage. I'm 99% sure he's not going to kill. He's going to break out and go into DM. Oh, he doesn't DM here! Oh, Slim, you have to hit him. Slim, you have to hit him. Okay, good. Now he's in the loop, or roughly in the loop. Oh, never mind. It's not there. A little unfortunate. It's the kill, somehow. A little sketch, but you get through the Zigbar fight, you're perfectly fine. Okay, Ragnoth clear through leveling. Is at level 41, still no membership card. So the only checks left for Ragnoth is level 44, level 46, 48, and 50. This happened already before, but Ragnoth had to go for a level 50 membership card, or level 48. Hopefully this isn't the same thing. In the meanwhile, Dewey will be clearing out windows. I believe Ragnoth actually might just be doing the World Never Was now. In the World Never Was, you can opt to XP grind on the way up during the climb as well. So that is a little bit of an optimization, a saving grace of sorts. Ragnoth is above the floor, so we... Oh, dude, Slim! These stats are so bad. Unfortunate. Ragnoth will at least have better stats, so he will not be getting through this fight as slowly. Ragnoth making really good work of this fight. Okay, off send it in action loop. You kind of have no choice at this point. You're running out of retaliations before you are going to get DM'd or into the sort of DM phase. Alright, Slim on through Luxord after an unfortunate death. Able to get through here now. Meanwhile, Dewi about to clear out the rest of oh, it takes a death. Damn, Ragnoth, that's unfortunate. It's really hard to get levels here. It is really hard. You have to get hit by a specific move, or you're kind of like at luck of the draw at this point. Yeah, so Ragnoth opting to not try to XP boost again and waste more time. Just take the guaranteed basic XP. Okay, so what is it? Dragon did get the membership card. I believe it was on 36 or 34. So for Dewi and Ragnoth, I think that is probably super late. I think maybe for Dewi, it'll be like level 38 or something, or level 41. And I think for Ragnoth, that's like almost level 50. 48 or 50 again. So that's like this is the worst case scenario for these guys to try to find this membership card. They have to actually like hard level out of the way. Now granted, this kind of may be a bit of a blessing, because depending on what they do for the rest of Timeless River, you have Terra and Marley, so they may opt to just fight Marley normally. You don't really have any cheese strats, and because you're forced level super high, you're going to be at way higher stats, so they'll probably get through the fight even faster than Slim and Dragon, who may not actually opt to level at all. Now granted, their stats are still amazing. 59 magic for Dragon, who's not even above level 40, it's only a 39. It's honestly pretty insane. Dragon is going to still leveling. Let's see leveling for. At this point, it's a bit interesting that he did a second pass to do levels, because that kind of does feel like a bit of a waste of time. Alright, so Slim going to clear out the remainder of Timeless River, gonna get this Torn page and limit. Be at the same crossroads as everyone else, where it's a Marley or Terra wisdom. Alright, so just to check everyone in, we currently have 27 checks for Dewi, 28 checks for Ragnoth. Meanwhile, for Dragon's at 25 checks, and Slim is currently at 30. So, Slim in the lead on current check count total. However, they're kind of all in a similar boat. Ragnoth at 29 actually, so it's getting close there. And what you kind of want to actually pay attention to though is the lower of the check counts. So it's technically Dewi for the left side, which is 27, and then Dragon is at 25. So pretty low-ish. But do keep in mind that there's just 3 free easy checks in HB they can get, and they're clearly doing the more harder content. Dragon can actually opt to just do Hollow Bastion instead, but I think what they're going to try to communicate is anything else that's not HB, because it seems just like HB is just the last thing to do in these settings. It's either HB and or Marley Terra. Okay, so Ragnoth actually biting the bullet and going to do Marley right now. It's definitely an interesting decision. Not one I was expecting to see from Ragnoth. But your stats are pretty good. Your magic's alright. 50, 52. If you go into final, you will be at pretty much above the floor. The reflects are actually doing a lot of damage. Yeah, you're mostly just getting through this fight with the magic stat. Okay, so Ragnoth unfortunately does not have the Duck Flare. So he's just going to do this fight pretty slowly. He's now in DM phase. Ooh, unfortunate. Yeah, Ragnoth is just gonna sit here in the DM cycle for probably like a minute or a minute and a half. Quite unfortunate. Actually, no, maybe more like a minute. What are the settings? These settings, it's just normal settings, pretty decently high XP multipliers. Everything is on except Cups, Atlantica. Status Split is on, Terra is on, Teffy's on, and it is spoiler hints, or so you are told where every important check is for the whole seed, but you are not told exactly the order. Okay, that's a little unfortunate for Ragnoth. Oh, immediately gets a DM here. That's interesting. I've never seen Marley do that. Okay, so Slim is onto the third page. Clearing out Sykes. Gets Explosion. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good pickup here. And still no sign of this Thunder or Master Form. Man, that's really, really bizarre for this seed. Ragnoth clear on through, and it is not on Terra, it is just on AS Marley. So honestly, that's like probably the best news you could hear from these guys. You can start working towards leveling forms now. Really, you just have to work on getting the last set of pages. Okay, so Ragnoth finally going to Agrabah. Hopefully he's able to, okay, he's opting to use the fight here to get Wisdom XP. Usually you see people death cycle here, but totally understandable to just go through this fight. Gets the Blizzard on Wisdom 3, and it's done. So levels is done. Wow. So you can actually opt to do, for Dewi at least, Dewi can opt to do Marley pretty early, and then maybe level Wisdom in like Hollow Bastion. You have a lot of flexibility now, knowing where this Wisdom check is, or knowing that's on Wisdom. Interesting that Dewi is opting to level Limit here. I guess Limit's good. Having more levels means you can do fights a little bit better. Okay, it was level 36 for a membership card. So they can actually just do HB now. And this is it's getting pretty scary for both teams right now. You don't know where this membership card is on levels for either sword or staff. Probably figured it out actually. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. I have looked it up. I have cheated my way through this, and it is very dumb. Apparently, the level checks coordinate where it's level 44 for level 36 check goes to level 44 for shield, and level 48. So Ragnoth is not going to get the check until level 48, and Dewey is quite a bit behind on levels, only level 31, so we won't get this membership card check until level 44, which is probably like the best case scenario that Ragnoth is this late, like he's already this high level but has not found it. Meanwhile for Dewey, it's kind of just you're sitting in limbo because you're not the one primarily leveling. You're waiting till Ragnoth levels to figure this out. Okay, so Dragon right on through with the Zigbar fight. Okay, a tiny bit scary for Ragnoth. He could have potentially died there. Alright, so Slim has gone through to HB, has found both Second Chance and Once More pretty early on. I believe that was in Corridors and Postern. So just needs to figure out where this last torn page is. Is this gonna be another coin flip? I think if you're maybe in Slim shoes, you have 59 magic in final. You can probably just tear through core, so you might just see core right now. Ooh, a little questionable from Dragon to go into limit like that. Knowing that Zig or Luxor could just drop out of the combo. Okay, so Slim is going to do core. Now again, reminder that core skip is disabled, so you do have to do all the fights. There is no cheesing, no cheating of any kind. Alright, yeah, so I'm just gonna go for it. Ragnoth finally doing Betwixt Between. Going to see where this torn page may be. Dewey clearing out the OC fight, or clearing a Hydra, about to find out that it is on OC2 onward. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Ragnoth. Oh, you hate to see that. Literally the last assassin spawn right in his face, literally can't do anything about that. I think Ragnoth got a little bit caught off guard, was expecting that to be the last wave, and was very surprised to see that it was just unfortunately not the last one. Yeah, this fight is definitely not that fun. Okay. Let's clear on through. Meanwhile, Slim, clearing through core, still has not found the torn page. We have a Data Demic seed. or Data Axel seed. Okay. So we've seen Zexion, we've seen Marley. Now we have we have Axel. Meanwhile, in the rest of Hollow Bastion, we have Core going on, still going on with Core. Man, this is still not looking good for Team Dewey and Ragnoth, who are still missing this membership card check. Unfortunately for Ragnoth, he is going to lose out on a leveling spot. As soon as you get to Psyx, you know this world's done. So whether you stay here and level, you're now kind of just using a valuable time. Meanwhile for Dewey has yet to actually do the Luxord fight or Psyx fight, so potentially he still has a tiny bit of space left to level. Ragnoth opting to finish the rest of the fight in limit. I believe he'll be a tiny bit short. I don't think he gets this. I think he'll be a little bit short. Oh, he's cutting it super close. I don't think he gets this. Oh, never mind. Okay, he doesn't have enough RV, so it doesn't. We're good. We're good. None of those limited hits do add RV except the finisher only. And with only doing a single slap shot hit from the limit form into another limit, you're only adding just only a little bit of RV. You have to recognize that ASAP or you're not going to get through it. Unfortunately for Slim, he does find out that Core is dead, so that's good news for their team. Alright, Dewey clear with Zexion, AS Zexion, and they're now done with the OC. Alright, gets the torn page from Psyx. And now they have to figure out what they want to do next for the remainder of the seed. And the biggest issue is just this membership card, so I think they have to just level right now. They gotta start figuring out where they want to go. You're running out of spots. Ragnoth has 4 levels to go. You don't have screens access anymore, so if you're Ragnoth, what do you have? You have Mansion before Data Axle to level. So I think that's their only excuse at the moment. Dewey still technically has screens, so we can do that. But for Ragnoth, it's he's kind of the lead on levels right now. Alright, Slim getting on through final fights. Or Final Fantasy fights. Okay, so Dragon is going to do Marley right now. So he'll be the first one for their team. So this is kind of one of the unfortunate scenarios where if Dragon did this and then did Hollow Bastion, they could have found out, oh, it's on Final, or it's on Wisdom's here, let's go level Wisdom in Final Fantasy fights. So now their form leveling is a tiny bit offset, unoptimally. Unfortunately, not much you can do if you're trying to do a co-op super fast-paced and have to just pick somewhere to go. Unfortunately, it is only Wisdom 3, so it's not that bad. Okay, I'm pretty sure Marley is actually about to break out. If you hit him once... Oh, it's cutting it super close. I think Marley dies. Yeah, okay, we're good. Man, all those fires were a little spooky. Okay, so Ragnoth is going to do Data Axle right now. Going to try to level and figure out what this level check is, and then head on over. Do we see the torn page here? We don't! Okay. So, very, very spooky. Meanwhile, for Dewey, does find the proof very early, so pretty much LOD is kind of just, you can do it dead last. So all that's left now for Hollow Bastion, for checks they need to do, is Data Demix, Mushrooms, and Sephi. So Slim is going to opt to check Mushrooms, then probably do Sephi, and then we'll probably see Data Demix last. Oh, this is so unfortunate. So Dragon is currently doing some leveling. He's not even XP grinding, but he is leveling his forms, and he did pick a final to do last. Oh, dude, that's unfortunate. So Ragnoth doesn't have, he's on XP boost range, unfortunately. He's probably going to die if he gets hit by anything. He can maybe live a Samurai hit, but I don't think Ragnoth knows the manip to get the Samurai to do the nice combo that gets you to half health. Yeah, Ragnoth unfortunately will just be sitting here level grinding. Hopefully he'll be able to get the single hit manip here. It's pretty hard. Okay, that's half health. He's at 46. So now he's at 50 or 48 or 50. Meanwhile, Dewey is finally doing the XP grind, so they'll be able to find out together at the same time where this membership card is. Alright, Slim onto the last phase of Sephi. With the 60 magic, this should actually just melt. This won't kill him. Sephi's at like, maybe like a bar. Oh, this is scary. This is so scary for Slim. Okay, it's fine. Oh, unfortunate. Slim wanted to get the form explosion to set up Sephi. So this actually might kill. Okay, opts to not do the finisher, plays it a little bit safe. Okay, this will kill. Is it on Sephi? Here we can take a peek. Okay. Damn. So no Data Demix, but we did see Sephi. We did see all of Core, we did see all of Sephi. So quite unfortunate. Okay, so Ragnoth is opting to get the 40th level a little bit later. Going to just do Data Axle right away. Now for Data Axle, there's several different ways you can do this fight, but we'll probably see Ragnoth do a Thunder Retaliation combo. Oh, he's doing Blizzards, okay. No, okay. So he's just opting to do Blizzards as the more effective damage to get into the RV loop. Oh, unfortunately for Slim, this Marley is not playing very nice with the strat he wants to do. He's trying to go and use the puddles with Reflect to do as much damage as possible. Was hoping to get the Hurricane swipe move that Marley does on the ground, go into a Donald limit and just comet through that as well as Reflect it. which is a bunch of insane damage. It is a data org strat for the actual data fight. You can get away with it with doing the AS. I believe it's pretty hard to do. Alright, so Slim getting the wisdom. Alright, so we finally get to see Spooky Cave. Alright, so one thing to note is for Data Axle, you must clear the fire floor. You cannot kill him unless the fire floor is cleared. So you'll always see someone go into the RC event, and then we see the finishing blow. So we get a torn page. It would be very unfortunate if they all somehow missed a chest with the torn page, but no, just on Data Axle. Okay, unfortunately for Slim, trying to check chests and has to do the escort. So that's good news for Dragon. But unfortunately that is a tiny bit of time loss. Definitely you can see both camps of let's check all the chests versus let's escort and check chests at the same time. Okay, so you see Ragnoth is doing that strat of checking the chests while escorting. So overall, it'll save him time here. Alright, do we see this thunder on Starry Hill? Oh no, it's okay. It's at the end of Spooky Cave. So no last page needed. Oh, and Slim has to do STT now. Alright. So Slim will unfortunately be in the auto-scroller for a bit. Dewey is the one to check core. So, unfortunately for Dewey, it'll be quite a bit of nothing here. Again, you're literally just going here for a torn page, which kind of does suck to check, but it's not the worst. There's been worse things. Again, as a co-op, one person will probably bite the bullet more than the other. So Dragon clear on through Hydra, very, very quick fight. So one thing to note from Dewey's perspective is while core skip is disabled, you are freely allowed to do that kind of skip, where you don't walk around the long way to go back into this room. You can totally just do that. That is not a real skip in a way. What are the check numbers? Currently, we have Dewey at 42, Ragnoth at 37, Dragonblast is at 38, and MegaSlim is at 40. So Dewey is technically in the lead, however, he's kinda stuck in hell right now, where you literally have to, where he's gonna do all of core, find nothing, do the rest of Follow Bash, and find also nothing. And then go, then he'll have to do either the Datademics, Sephi, Mushroom, Coin Flip. It's a shortcut? Yeah, it's a shortcut. We can say that. That's the better word right now. When is the cutest couple announced? It'll be announced at the end of this match. The winner will be announced at the end of this. Alright, so Core found dead by Dewey. Quite unfortunate. Not much you can do about it though. Kind of the good thing for Dewey though is because Ragnoth did clear out both. Oh, it fails the skip. At this point he's losing time to just doing the void out normally. Okay. So one thing to note is that for their at least team synergy is that Dewey can opt to just not do Data Axle till the very end. Literally can decide to do 100 Acre first to get the Thunder from Spooky Cave and then do Data Axle with a Thundaga. Slightly more damage, probably would feel a little bit better. Ragnoth is actually at level 47, he's right there. Again, the membership card was on level 36, then level 44, or sorry, level 36 for sword, level 44 for staff, or for shield, and for staff it's level 48. The Ragnoth just needs a tiny bit more XP, and you should be able to get it. Ragnoth will probably do Beast's Castle to make up the rest of the XP. Alright, Dragon going to do Zexion right now for the Magnet. Again, this Magnet is only on the AS Zexion bonus. Ooh, what? Doesn't opt to do the Thunder and opts to just go straight for the grounded attack. A little interesting, questionable. Alright, right on through Zexion. Meanwhile, Dewey is clearing out the rest of Hollow Bastion. Sitting at pretty good stats. 43 strength, nothing to scoff at. 62 magic though. That magic will definitely carry for the Sephi fight. I hope that they don't metagame themselves and do data demics and they go straight for Sephi. But we have seen it where we think, or racers will think, oh, I think we're behind. Let's go do this, let's do this fight or something. Oh, careful, Ragnoth. Okay. Opts to end in Duck Flare, so he's good. There could have been a small chance where Experiment could have broken out and gone into the multiple body phase again. Alright, gets the Blizzard and is clear there. Okay. Ragnoth, I believe, is just gonna go around in a circle, so I'll probably go to Beast Castle next after clearing out LOD. What's up, Earth? Thanks for sticking around, dude. Man, that is just really funny though that the proof is just sitting here in checkpoint and it's just done. That's probably like one of the friendliest LODs in quite a while. I will say, I openly kind of forgot this world existed until Dewey checked it. Okay, so Slim, clear on through the remainder of SDT. Gonna be curious to see what he opts to do now. We might see the Agrabah push. No one really has pushed Agrabah except Ragnoth. And we do have Wisdom to level. We don't have Master, yeah, Slim has Master, so I'll probably level Master here. And then we'll probably see Wisdom leveling in LOD. Oh, we see it here. Okay, this works out. So this is the best case scenario for their team. The forms were kind of the coin flip, where depending on which form you picked determined how much longer your seed would take. But because Slim is leveling Wisdom now, he gets the Blizzard early, which gets to relay to Dragon to oh wait, never mind. Dragon leveled Wisdom in Final Fantasy fights. I missed that part. Got so distracted by what Ragnoth can do. I missed that. Okay, so Dewey is on Sephi. Didn't do the metagame coin flip of let's do DoubleADewi instead. This is actually one of Dewey's favorite fights in the game. Oh, actually that's something pretty unfortunate for Dewey. He is missing out on the explosion that's sitting in Rabbit's house. So he is missing out on some potential damage he can get. Oh, Dewey! Oh no. So, I don't think Dewey put on second chance or once more. So, he got one tapped. And there's nothing you can do about that. There's actually just nothing you can do about getting one tap there. Okay, so we see the duel of Cephis. Dewey on Sephi and Dragon also on Sephi. Now, that is, you'll see the damage difference potentially from these fights. Explosion does basically almost like 80% of a bar, maybe like, that's like 70% of a bar actually. Actually, no, I think that does over a bar. Ooh, a little scary for Dewey. Okay. Somehow got good RNG at the end where the fire pillars were at good spots. Okay. Gets the pause buffer so that you can properly not panic, but figure out, oh, do I want to go to Trinity or do I want to go into Limit? Holy, that damage is insane. This should actually kill. I believe Sephi's dead, yeah. Sephi is just dead. So a pretty, really good, good RNG at the very end there. Alright. Torn page from Dewey. Odd that it didn't track, but Dewey should know he's done. I believe he's going to eventually manually track it at some point. Actually, yeah, he can manually track it during this. Kinda strange. I will take a peek and ask him that. Let me actually send a message beforehand. Preemptively type that message out. Oh, who's looking ahead? Ugh, Slim is currently the one in the lead. However, it's Ragnoth still has to do the remainder of Hollow Bastion, which is just Final Fantasy fights in the Sephi. Dragon has to clear out basically just clean up. Has to do Sephi, or sorry, has to do SP, clear out up to screens onward. Has to do the cave, so he's doing Spooky Cave right now. Has to do Agrabah for the fire, which is just treasure room, and then they all have to do Data Axle. So neither Slim nor Dragonblast have done Data Axle. Slim specifically just has not done TT2 or 3, so that is quite a bit of time just to get all the way to the mansion. Meanwhile, Dewey also doing his portion of cleanup, going to clear out Luxord and Syx. And we'll probably see Spooky Cave push, and then we'll go into an end on Data Axle from Dewey. Meanwhile, Ragnoth clearing up the remainder of checks. Oh, unfortunate for Dragon, got the bees. Not what you want to see there. So as Dragon clear on through Spooky Cave, I'm gonna do the remainder of cleanup there. I think Ragnoth might be potentially in the worst position. We can take a look at a bit of loadless times. So one thing to note is MegaSlim's loadless time. You just remove 15 seconds from it. It's a timer bug related to race time and live split. So if you just take off 15 seconds there, I believe MegaSlim will be at almost at a 129 right now. Meanwhile, Dewey 129, Ragnoth also at a 129. So they're all fairly similar with each other. So even though Dewey and Ragnoth got super destroyed by the fact that they picked shield and staff, and the membership card was on level 36 for sword pickers, this is actually super close. This is insanely close for just that difference alone. So Ragnoth now done. Can opt to do pretty much anything at this point. We might see Hollow Bastion done last. Oh, sorry, yeah, Dewey done. We might see Twilight Town done last, but no, he goes to Twilight Town first. Sorry, confusing my my streams I'm looking at. Staring at so many game feeds can do that. Okay, Ragnoth making very quick work of the annoying Hades. Oh, Dragon, please. Or sorry, not Dragon, Slim. Okay, we're good. Slim being a little scaring me there a tiny bit with the not going into Duck Flare right away. Okay, so this is gonna be the funny bit for Slim and Dragon. Neither of them have touched past the shotgun. Neither of them have touched LOD. So they may actually waste a tiny bit of time by doing the missions. We might not see them do checkpoint until maybe like mission 2 or 3. Yeah, we see them do mission 1. Yep, so Slim finds the proof, realizes, oh shit, it's just right there. Okay, so Ragnoth now carrying on with Beast Castle before going to do the gauntlet that is Hollow Bastion. Hollow Bastion shouldn't actually be that bad for them. I think for currently where Ragnoth's at, that is he still has to do the rest of HB2. So it's like a 1-minute trek up to Hansome's room, then go straight to corridors, and then doing all of like Demix and the Final Fantasy fights would be like 3 minutes, and then 1K is like another minute. So that's like 5 minutes of Hollow Bastion right there before he can even touch Sephi. Meanwhile, Slim gliding on through, ignoring pretty much everything and going straight to Data Axle. Dewi also as well going to ignore absolutely everything, go straight to Data Axle. Interesting that we don't see 100 Acre push for this. It would probably be nicer to maybe have that reflect, although we might see Dewi go for Blizzard combos on Axel. Alright, Ragnoth onto the last world. Slim onto the very last fight. Or heading towards the very last fight. And so I think the advantage currently is in Dragonblast's and Slim's favor, just based off of pacing alone. Alright, Slim right on through with the Betwixt fight. All he's got left is Data Axle. Dragon also as well going to do Data Axle, and then they will end on the checkpoint chest. So unless this Data Axle fight goes extremely poorly, I think this might be GG's. I think this might be GG's. Fortunately for Dewi, takes the death. The death doesn't really mean too much, considering that this again goes by the slower of the loadless times.
So you know I gotta pop by the time go. I'ma have to pop out for the night show. Find a balance, you might see me on the tightrope. Keep the same energy through the high lows. Keep steady with the gas on the tightrope. Yeah, still fly high like a kite though. Getting right though, see the light though. Haters wanna fight though, they ain't in my sight though. See the fans from afar with the eye rolls. Tear turning away, see the tight though. King credit my nigga, that's the title.
Oh no, unfortunately for Dewi. With no proper finisher, it's pretty rough. Okay, Dragon clear through the Axel fight. All that's left now is to do the checkpoint chest, and he's done. Oh, Slim takes the death. That's so annoying. Alright. We can hear them out as the Dragon finishes. Alright, that is GG's for Dragon. Finishing with a 136.48.
I can confirm they are not done yet. Some great time.
we can take a peek at Slim's perspective of things.
Let me pull you up.
So this is a pretty awkward fight. You kind of just have to deal with it. This is pretty slow, but not much you can really do about this. Dragon honestly went through this fight super fast. Blizzards do a lot of damage.
RC, hit him with Blizzard Explosion.
Yeah, I know. Just let me focus.
It will do more damage.
I know.
Goes on to the last 3 bars. 2.5 bars. Alright, goes for the RC. Alright, and that is GG's for Team Dragon and Team Slim.
Come on, Dragon. Come on.
They finished with again, take off 15 seconds, but a 138-12.
Dude, I died to Axel.
GG's to these guys. What well played. They played basically with like a minute and a half apart. Very, very insane.
Yeah, no, the easy thing. Also, that's a nice picture. Is that from your latest raid?
Yeah, that's our clear photo.
Very, very good job from these guys. Meanwhile, if we take a peek at the opposing side, the time to beat is a 138-12. So unfortunately, unless Ragnoth somehow DoubleADewi Ragnoth are able to beat this miraculously, I believe it is GG's. Quite unfortunate. Sword stay winning. Sword do stay winning. It's honestly super unfortunate. That is a level 36 sword, level 44 shield, and level 44 shield, level 48 staff. That honestly is like the worst part. So it pays to sometimes pick different dream weapons, but sometimes you get super destroyed by it. But GG's to MegaSlim and Dragonblast. They are the winners of the Valentine's co-op tourney. Big ups to these guys. They played super well the whole time. They came in first in the qualifier and just carried it on through to the end. Well played to these guys. Well played. Big GG's all around.